In we go. I did a little bit of mining while you guys were away. We're gonna do a quick DLC mission. Get some easy experience to scan the wreckage of the Normandy. We might do one more side mission before we start the game proper. I might even do it while it's on camera now. So we'll see. Take a look. We'll just get these out of the way really quickly. For two reasons. One is I think this is a really poignant DLC. DLC, excuse me. Really subdued. Like I mentioned in the beginning, that like watching the Normandy blow up from the inside out is a really subdued moment. And scavenging among the wreckage of the old Normandy really like puts things into perspective, I think. Oh, I changed my color when you guys weren't looking. I think it does at least. And I really think that the game could have done with like waiting a couple more hours with the Normandy destroyed. You know, if I'm being honest. Like having it so like the Normandy's destroyed and we gotta collect dog tags. Having that the Normandy's destroyed and then having to play like for like hours without the Normandy being available, I feel like that would have been a really good moment in the gameplay to then eventually get the Normandy back. Like find out someone was building it in secret. And then to steal that version of the Normandy. Of course, you run into logistical problems of like, oh, how did we have enough manpower to do this? Who's joining us? Where did they come from? But like, I feel like that's all questions you can answer within the script if you allow for it. Joker. You know? I feel like because in my perfect world, I wouldn't change that much in my Mass Effect 2, just structurally. Like where things end up, I would make it so you still start at Lazarus, except that the prologue is you crash the Normandy here rather than die in space. That way it's like, oh, Shepard, it's more believable now that they like, maybe we're comatose, maybe we're dead, right? You can still make it vague. But I think you can work a lot better with the idea that like, oh, here, Shepard crash landed the Normandy and this is like, this DLC would be part of the main game almost. Oh no, it could still be a DLC, but like you climbing out of it would be DLC. Oh, sorry, you climbing out of it would be the prologue, or being found by Cerberus or the comic book characters who save you or whatever. That could be part of the story at that point. Right, justify that a bit more, and then like leave Lazarus with only the Kodiak shuttle, the dropship shuttle, and then go to Omega, and then have like just do all your Omega missions, like get Garrus, get Mordin. Get Zaid, do all of that, right? On Omega, and then after Omega, after you recruit two people on Omega, Garrus and Mordin, then the world opens up. Then you find the Cerberus facility where they're keeping the Normandy, right? Then, like, oh, if Miranda's on your team at that point, you can find out that she's a Cerberus agent and really, like, slam home the idea that, like, oh, yeah, she knows what she's doing. Like, she's been knowing what she's doing. Sometimes I get a flashback with this object, sometimes I don't. There are certain areas that trigger the flashback, and sometimes this does, and sometimes it doesn't. I don't know what it is, unless it was a bug. And it's just triggering a different flashback. I don't know. But that would be my idea. Because as it stands now, it's like, oh, you lose the Normandy, and you get the Normandy after, like, one level. And it's just like, oh, what was the point then? Well, I'll tell you the point. The point was to then you can sign up with Cerberus afterwards. That was the point. I miss that guy who we sold the licenses to or whatever. He was a good guy. I always struggle where to put the monument. Because to me, it always depends on what type of Shepard I'm role-playing at that point. I'll tell you where it usually goes. It goes either there or where the Vermeer Survivor flashback is. That's typically where I put it. You know? But I'll probably put it here. I'm running in circles, excuse me. Alright, let's go break this box. Yeah, Mass Effect 2 has a ton of DLC though. Like a lot. It's got a lot going on. The quality of DLC varies wildly though. Like you have this DLC, which is just a minor experience boost and a little area designed to have you go over the wreckage remains. Right? There's not that much to it. It's a nice little moment. The environment is different enough. Like, this might as well have been built into the main game for how, like, trivial it is. This is a good spot for the monument, too. I like the spot. I like the big Normandy letters. But yeah, I'd say probably the best piece of DLC in Mass Effect 2 is Shadow Broker. Just for how much it reacts to what companions you bring, the drawback from, like, Mass Effect 1 lore, the lead up to, like, Mass Effect 2 Shadow Broker ends up being, like, the most important plot information for Mass Effect 3. Crazy enough. Not Arrival. It's Shadow Broker. Arrival has some weird parts to it. Oh, I could have done the safety dance. Damn it. Later. Hold on. We'll have time for safety dance. Don't worry. I'll make time for the safety dance. All right. Let's see. Dog tag. It's really annoying when you don't keep track of your dog tags and you're missing one. And I'm like, I've been everywhere though. Where am I? Yeah, and if you're Kaidan's dead, it's Kaidan. Flashback is here. Oh, that's it. Wait. No, I was gonna say that's not it. It had me facing the wrong way. I think that's where Ashley stands at the beginning of the game, whereas Kaidan stands over here somewhere. Yeah. So this is a good spot. I like this spot because it's kind of far away from the main wreckage. It's got a nice little cliffside view. I think it does wonders for the scenery. Climb down. It's always important to remember too that the Normandy SR2 is way bigger than the SR1. Was it like twice the size? I think it just blows it out of the water in terms of size. It's like it's a proper frigate now. Let's see. My air conditioner turned on behind me. On this ice planet? I don't believe it. Alright, I should have all the dog tags almost. I know there's one more over here. It's actually kind of loud. And it's not that cold, so I'm fine. Dog tag. There's a place you can go. Meanwhile, like the Firewalker DLC, it's just the vehicle section. Except it's not integrated into any of the main plots, so it's like it's not as good as the Mako. Because like it's only if you're doing a Firewalker mission, it's only a Firewalker mission. Alright, here we go. Alright, yeah, there's the last one. The galaxy map. Yeah, I'm probably gonna put it here. I think that's the last one. That's the last one, Addison Chase. Now there is another collectible here that can go up in your cabin. It's your helmet. Which I think the comic books say that they recovered your brain, so I don't know why they just left your helmet there. Right? And your helmet being here suggests that like you landed on the planet into re-entry, which means you should definitely be dead. Like into tiny pieces. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but here we are. Alright, let's see here. Data pad. It's Presley. Spoke to the commander about this. All these damn aliens aboard the Alliance's most advanced ship. I don't trust them. Especially that Asari and a Quarian. What does Shepard think this is, a zoo? Super racist. The Quarian, I talked with the Quarian. She seems like she's kind of on a pilgrimage trying to improve the lot of her home ship. I understand that. I wouldn't let her babysit my children or anything, but if she has to be on board, I guess that's not too bad. For a while now, and I'm taking a look back at past entries, how blind I was at the time. I came on the ship firmly believing humanity was on its own. Shepard brought all these aliens on board, and there's no way we could have accomplished what we did without them. I'm proud to say I would die for any member of this crew, regardless of what world they were born on. He stopped being a racist. That's good that it happened off-screen. It's funny, though, that the Mass Effect series does do a lot with race. Like, a lot of characters are pretty, like... I won't say racist, but they have a lot of, like prejudice in them. Like Mass Effect 1 especially. It's just kind of like everyone's throwing banter at each other. Like it's kind of harmless. It's kind of like curious, like aren't all Krogans like this? Right? It's not very in your face. It's kind of like, oh, that was a microaggression. Right? It's like, Garrus, do you feel weird that we're hunting Turian? We're hunting Saren, a fellow Turian? And he goes, no, he's a bad guy. I don't care. And he's like, oh. It's like, imagine asking, like, your Hispanic friend. It's just like, you feel bad that we're hunting this Hispanic terrorist? And it's like, no. Why would I? Just because we're both Spanish? That's odd of you to assume. Alright, let's leave. But Mass Effect is filled with stuff like that. It got a little bit cleaned away in Mass Effect 2 and 3, which is funny because 2 is supposed to be the edgier one, and 3 is supposed to be the one where, like, everything's going, like, grim, dark, and bad. Everyone's family's been notified. Good. I got some money. I got a little experience. So it's funny that, like, Mass Effect 1 is the one that, like, yeah, no, everyone's a pretty big racist. Everyone's a pretty big racist all around. And they still are. Like, Tali and Legion, that's a whole thing in this game. You know. That's one of the interesting parts of Mass Effect, how it plays with the concept of, like, race and cultures. And
Commander,
that's
you've
from
received
Admiral
a new
Hackett.
message at your private terminal.
Nope, these are archive messages. Normandy crash site data retrieved. It's from Hackett. The Alliance was grateful to receive the information you found at the Normandy crash site. We sent out to the affected families. By finding these dog tags, you have provided peace of mind for a lot of people. Thank you. I'm assuming they couldn't send an official envoy to go pick these up because we are in Terminus space. And, like, they keep complaining that, like, we can't go into Terminus space. You know, so I'm assuming they couldn't just send an Alliance ship to make it worth the trouble. That's what I'm assuming anyways. La da 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 da. So I've depleted, not depleted, but I've picked up resources from nearly the entire system, cluster, excuse me. I need to go to the Father system, the Fadar system. I don't know. We're gonna make a quick detour there, because, like, I mentioned this before in my earlier episode about, like, oh, we could have been undercover the whole time episode. Like, this is the only mission I'm about to show you that, like, really feels like we actually could have been undercover the whole time. I'll also give you a little bit of my pain, because I'm not going to be showing any of the side quest planets, but I'll show you this one, just to give you a sense of, like, this is what they look like. And of course there are side quests that are in, like, chains of side quests, right? It's like, find one hideout of this gang or this virus, and then move on to the next location, to the next artifact in the series, right? There's an entire side quest in Mass Effect 2 that has to do with, like, an AI virus that's infecting all the software in, like, a bunch of different parts of the galaxy. And you can do it, like, if you find the factory that's making the software, you can do that. You can find one of the space stations that got screwed up because of the software. That's a fun mission with a lot of puzzles in it. You can do a Blood Pack quest. You can do a Blue Suns quest where they're, like, they're looking for Prothean artifacts, and you get to have a Prothean moment again and see the Vision for another time, which is the only time you see it in this game, to be honest with you. Crazy that it's in a side quest, one of the most important parts of Mass Effect 1, but, you know, it is what it is. Alright, let's stop there. I think this is not the one. Yes. This is what mining looks like. If you're on PC, you can get mods that remove the mining. I think you should do that, because mining is really boring. If you can't, then just find time when you're not doing anything, like, busy, like listening to a podcast, to do what I'm doing right now. To, like, literally just front load your mining somewhere, and then you don't have to deal with it for, like, a while again. If you start with import bonuses or a completed save already, that gives you a lot of resources already. But, like, you'll need, like, what, about, like, 200,000 to, like, not really worry about resources? I don't have an exact number. And obviously you don't need to get every upgrade in the game. Like, I'm not gonna buy any upgrades that, like, help with shotguns, because why would I? I'm a sniper rifle expert. That's not gonna help me very much. Let's see here. No? Yeah, let's do that. There you go. This is my pain. I think the mining is faster now in the Legendary Edition. I know Miranda gives you an upgrade that makes the mining faster too. And there's another squad mate that gives you, like, what's it called? They give you extra probes that you could buy. It lifts your capacity for probes. There's really not too much to say about it. Like, I'm mining. Isn't it fun? Isn't it wonderful? Alright.
Anomaly detected.
And where it is, this Lorik is an extremely rare example of the habitable world circling a red dwarf star. Originally independent Asari colony named Asan, it was annexed by the Batarian hegemony, and the Batarians wonder why nobody likes them. Despite several attempts, the local terminus warlords have never been able to take Lorik for themselves. It's a low-density world. It's got a sunward hot pole and a cold pole. That's neat. Batarian officials dismissed the idea as an irresponsible theory descended. The buildup of ice caps may cause axial reorientation over the course of several million years. Batarian officials dismissed the idea as an irresponsible theory disseminated by counter-hegemonist subversives. A hegemony sucks ass. They are the worst people.
Launching probe.
They have the worst people. Launching
Probe.
Isn't it so much fun? Isn't scanning just... Look how much fun I'm having. Just scanning away. Look how great it is. I said before that I would... This would be... That I would give you a little bit of my scanning pain. This is the scanning pain. This is how it feels to scan. I need to save one to do the actual side mission. Oh, that's a big one. Sometimes, I will say this, as much as I don't like a lot of the minigames in Mass Effect, like, sometimes the scanning, like this, doing that, like, seeing big numbers, and like, oh yeah, I vibrated my way to a big one. Where am I even? It's like, it can be really satisfying to feel the vibrations, and then clear it away. I should probably actually do this thing.
Something on our
Alright. Signal scans detect a transmitter matching Cerberus encryption. It is registered to an unknown deep cover operative. Cerberus operative life signs unconfirmed. Other transmissions that match known Eclipse coded communications are also detected. Let's go. So, again, I'm not going to show you very many. This is not a side quest that's connected to any chain of side quests either. But this is one side quest I really like, and it's one of the first ones you see, so it makes me think that there might have been somewhere in the GDD, the game design document, like an actual way throughout the game to subvert working with Cerberus, like actually be working against them. Because there's like one minor text detail at the end of this that's like, oh, you're trying to work against them. Yeah, I'll do that. I'm gonna do that. I don't care. You know, it really feels like they had something here. Let's put the arc projector on. Nobody has any extra guns yet because it's the Legendary Edition. It really makes me feel like they had something here where they were like, oh yeah, we'll let the player actually work against Cerberus at certain moments. But then the nature and the structure of the game, where it's just like, oh, the player actually doesn't, like, the player's story mandatory missions don't give them a lot of opportunity to actually do that. So it's like, oh, all right, well, that's kind of left behind then. Is this gun not? Yes, here we go. Okay. Pop, pop. I always just like putting ammo on people before I move in. All right, shotgun. You can pistol.
Change weapon.
All right, let's go. When it comes to weapon specializations, I'm probably just gonna get the Black Widow. I'm probably just gonna get the Widow. I'm probably not gonna go for an assault rifle, even though going for the assault rifle is pretty fun and just a way to get yourself like more.
This will put them down.
I got him. Even though getting the assault rifle is just a great way to like diversify your damage output, and like using the Mattock especially is awesome. Oh, I messed up. No, I got it.
Firing now.
Oh, come on. What happened to my pulling the trigger there?
Right. Got it.
Oh, my shields. Alive for some reason. Gotcha, okay. Pop, pop. You're it. Trying to shoot you. There we go. Alright, cool. Alright, so let's take a look back here for loots. I hate all of this. Okay, hold on. There we go. You know what? It's funny too. I'm gonna talk a lot of mess about Mass Effect 2. I really still do like Mass Effect 2. I have problems with its writing direction, but like I do like it all around. They found the Cerberus agent Tyrone Rawlings. They're interrogating him. Let's see. He's interrogated. And I think he died. Yeah, he did. They're gonna try and get I don't know who these people are. Oh, they're Eclipse mercenaries. So for some reason, they probably just think that like, oh, the data is probably really valuable, so it's worth trying to get to him to get it. Ah, I can do it again. I have to. I have to do it again. My memory is what you would call bad. Not the best memory you've ever seen. I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you that much for free. Alright, go into cover. Go into cover.
Understood.
Hurry up, though. Okay. Gotcha. Damage. Gotcha. I love sniping in games. It's something so zen about doing it. Oh. Gotcha, thank you. Oh, I still got you.
No line of sight.
Invisible is what they call me. I got you.
Check your screens.
I got you too. There's two specialists still alive, and there they are. Thank you. No. Oh. Oh, you're so close. Somebody just shoot him, please.
Incineration ray.
That's great. I'm glad Miranda. Oh my god, the camera. Oh. Wasn't that just great?
Give me a target. I need support.
Awesome. That's what that was. It was fantastic. Alright, we did it. We win. Jeez Louise. Okay. Oh, we still have a lot of extra time than I thought. Yeah, doing side quests is easy work. Easy peasy lemon squeezies. Nope. Nope, nope. Yes, yes. A smarter man would probably memorize where they all are, because there's only so many patterns I use. You're dead, is what you are.
This computer contains the encrypted intelligence extracted from the captured Cerberus agent. The information could adversely affect Cerberus if it were ever circulated publicly.
Oh, what? Huh? What's that? Whoops.
Data
Finger
uploaded
slipped.
to Alliance Command.
Whoops. How did that happen? Oh, man. That's... ugh. Commander Butterfingers. Am I right? Damn. Stupid as hell, man. If you keep it for yourself, if you give it to Cerberus, they reward you, obviously. I'm like, oh man, thanks. If this got circulated, we could have been in hot water PR-wise. If you keep it for yourself, EDI says it'll take like 2 years to decrypt. This quest doesn't do anything in the later game for Mass Effect 3. There's no flag for this quest. There's no consequence for this. But I think it's a small example of like, even if there's no consequence, I think this could have been something we do.
Commander, you've received a new message.
I really think this could have been something we use for future references. Hey, we got the data you sent. If this went public, it would do some serious damage to Cerberus' image. This intel will take years to decode, but just having it is a win for the Alliance. Well done. Good luck on your mission. Thanks, Anderson. Awesome. I love it. Oh, let's talk to Joker really quick. Because, no, well, no. Nah, it's fine. I was gonna say, I'll say, like, what do you think of the squad? But he already told us about Miranda and Jacob. I just remembered. Alright, so we've got more time in the episode than I thought we would. So let's get down to business and go to Omega. Yeah. I'm not gonna do this every time. Like I said, this side quest was just I felt like I felt like there was a point in showing you.
We have used half our fuel.
Yeah. I felt like there was a point to show it, so I went through the trouble. There you go. That's good enough. Omega. Built in the mined-out husk of a metallic asteroid, Omega has been a haven for criminals, terrorists, and malcontents for thousands of years. At times, the station has lain idle and abandoned for centuries, only to be reactivated by a new group of outlaws seeking a fresh start. The space station's original, elegant design has given way to haphazard expansion by scrambling factions of every species. There is no central government or unifying authority on Omega, and nobody can recall a time there ever was one. Lawless. Frontier town. Or asteroid station. Whatever it is. You know, or you could just make a game. I said this before. You can make a game about being a cop on the Citadel. You could make a game about being an outlaw on Omega. The Mass Effect universe is so big. You could do so many things. Let's go. Yeah. Let me get that water bottle. Yeah, okay, you two. By the way, this is our alternate armor as DLC. Thankfully, it just comes with the Legendary Edition. It's much needed because a lot of characters just have really, not terrible designs, but just nonsensical designs for sci-fi. So having Miranda be in this kind of armor makes more sense. You know what? Let's just throw it on so you guys can see it, because I was planning on not throwing it on to the last mission for like a sense of gravitas that the last mission is so dangerous. But whatever, who cares? Let's just do it. Arc projector. Let's see, what's the first mission? Yeah, let's just slap the grenade launcher on for now. Yeah.
Welcome to Omega. You're new here, aren't you? I can always tell.
I can always tell.
Allow me to... Oh, hello, Mocklin. I was just...
Beat it, Fargan.
Now.
Of course, Mocklin. Whatever she wants.
Blasted scavengers. Welcome to Omega, Shepard.
You know who I am?
Of course. We had you tagged the moment you entered the Terminus systems. You're not as subtle as you think. Arya wants to know what brings a dead Spectre to Omega. I suggest you go to Afterlife now and present yourself.
Alright, calm down.
Got the attitude. I'm not here to cause problems for Omega.
Things explode around you, Shepard. You can't blame Arya for keeping an eye on you. Afterlife, now.
I'm receiving quarantine warnings about the slums where Dr. Morton Solus runs the clinic. Anticipate resistance at the transport station. I have also accessed messages between mercenary groups regarding plans to deal with the Archangel. There's a recruiting station at Afterlife that may have information on him.
Alright, cool. I refuse to name one of my episodes after Arya. We are gonna skip over that very neatly. It's our DLC friend. One of the most coolest mercenaries in the world, and one of the most renegade characters that will ever be on the team. Except maybe Javik.
Please. You have to help me.
No one said you could talk, jackass.
You Zaid Masani?
Yeah, that's me. You must be Commander Shepard. Oh yeah, we have a galaxy to save.
What do you know about the mission?
I assume you've been briefed?
I've done my homework. Cerberus sent me everything I needed to know.
Well, that's good, because, you know, we're just doing random stuff. Who's your friend?
Contacts told me we're picking up one man, not two.
Batarian delinquent. Pissed off someone rich enough to hire me to go after him. And for my bring him in alive rates even.
Please. I didn't do it.
I said shut it.
I don't think Zaid cares, sir.
Chase all over the systems. He should have known better. These people always run to Omega.
What's gonna happen?
What's gonna happen to him?
I'm gonna turn him in for the bounty. Don't much care what happens after that.
What about you and Cerberus?
What's your relationship with Cerberus?
Easy. Cerberus is paying me a lot of money to help you on your mission. That's the long and short.
Not many mercs would take a suicide mission for the pay.
Most mercs don't get an offer like the one Cerberus.
It must have been like a billion
This
credits.
mission doesn't sound like good business, but your elusive man can move a lot of credits.
You would think he could afford to give me a budget, you know? Like, here, Shepard, here's a billion credits to do whatever you want. Like, I know he spent like a billion already on the Normandy and me, but like, you know, some personal funding would be nice. I don't need a lot. Like, I think $1 million would be a good start.
Good to have you, Zaid. We have a lot to do.
That's what they tell me. I assume the elusive man told you about our arrangement.
He did not.
No. I guess he decided to leave that information out of the dossier.
Good thing I asked. Picked up a mission a little while back, just before I signed on with Cerberus. Thought you might be interested. You heard the name Vito Santiago? He's the head of the Blue
Nope.
Suns. Runs the whole organization. Seems he recently captured an Eldfell Ashland refinery on Zoya and is using their workers for slave labor. The company wants it dealt with.
We could do that.
I'll make sure we get that done.
Good. Get it out of the way so we can concentrate on being big goddamn heroes.
It's very unfortunate that the voice actor passed away soon after the final DLC for Mass Effect 3
I
released.
better turn this thing in.
It's very
before it
unfortunate.
starts to
He's a great voice actor,
I'll be
honestly.
locked
Does
and
great
loaded
work.
Next time you're ready to get some killing done.
Goodbye, Zaid. Interesting character. Very interesting character. Excuse me. I don't know why I ran in a circle. I couldn't tell you why I did that. Let's get Miranda's view of Omega dialogue.
Omega, what a piss hole. At least it keeps you on your toes. I've had to come here on business before. I feel like I need a shower afterward, in addition to normal decontamination.
Yeah. It's pretty terrible. Alright, let's go. Oh, let's save, actually. Zaid Masani has joined the team. And of course, he's got one of the best loyalty missions in the game. I sincerely mean that. It's one of the best missions in the game. It doesn't have anything to do with the plot. But like morality-wise, it really gives you a chance to show, hi, Keelan.
What are you looking at?
Okay, get ready. This is the Paragon option.
Don't you have something better to do than pick fights with people you don't know?
No, just the ones who get in my face.
You see my gun. Do you really want to do this?
Fine. You're off the hook. For now. See you around.
Yeah, you won that argument. Yeah, good work. You won that argument super well. Like, that should be an indication for anybody at home. Paragon Renegade, like, it has changed because now Paragon will also pull out a gun, and the only difference is, hey, Renegade will shoot the gun at some point. That's for chocolates. That's the only difference anymore between the two of them. Is Paragon will threaten you, Renegade will shoot you. Paragon it won't smooth talk you anymore. All right, let's talk to Arya. Let's get this over with.
That's close enough.
What? Why? Have you guys seen The Matrix?
Stand still.
This is very Matrix-like scene. What are you guys doing?
If you're looking for weapons, you're not doing a very good job.
Can't be too careful with dead spec.
Mark Mir delivers that with a bit more like, if you're looking for weapons, you're not doing a good job.
I was told you're the
One more
person
charm.
to talk to if I have questions.
They're clean.
Depends on the questions.
You run Omega?
Here we go.
I am Omega.
Cool.
But you need more. Everyone needs more something, and they all come to me. I'm the boss, CEO, queen, if you're feeling dramatic. It doesn't matter. Omega has no titled ruler and only one rule.
I've gotten one dialogue option so far.
Don't fuck with Arya.
There you go. All right, cool. Is the writer done jerking off on me now? Like both of these options are, man, Arya is so cool. It's like, I agree, and I'm also just as cool, Arya. Don't worry. There's no like Paragon like, I don't care. Your lawlessness makes me sick. Paragon option. Like, this is very similar to the Elusive Man. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this because it's similar to what I said about the Elusive Man. This is the start of when BioWare for Mass Effect started writing characters that you don't actually talk to. They talk at you. They exist to be who the writer wants them to be, and Shepard is just gonna orbit around them, not really affecting any change. That being said, there's a really great moment in Mass Effect 3 with Arya in the DLC. That's when whoever wrote Arya in that one really like let the Paragon Renegade system breathe a bit more, so that way they could actually interact with Arya as different morality or the same morality.
I like it. Easy to remember.
If you forget, someone will remind you.
And then I toss your sorry ass out the nearest airlock.
But like, it's just one of those things where like, yeah, she's talking at me. I'm not really here. Like, cutscene isn't about me. Like, she's center in the scene. If you ask any of these questions, she won't care. You have to like get to know her a bit more and do some missions on Omega to actually get to her to answer.
Scan and we're straight to business. People are usually more concerned about who I am.
Your death was downplayed, but hardly what I call a secret. I had to make sure it was really you. You could have been anyone, anything. Whatever you need will come out on its own. I'm curious, but Omega doesn't really care about you.
Man, you're gonna be really disappointed that I don't care at all about anything to do with Omega. I'm just here for certain people. Like, that's the other thing about Mass Effect 2. It's just like, what do you want, Shepard? It's just like, I literally am just looking for certain key individuals to go on a very vague final mission at the end of the game. That's it. But let's talk about Mordin, and then we'll come back and talk about Archangel.
I'm looking for Mordin Solus. Do you know where I can find him?
The Solarian doctor? Last I heard, he was trying to help plague victims in the quarantine zone. I always liked Mordin. He's as likely to heal you as he is to shoot you.
You know him?
What can you tell me about him?
Used to be part of the Solarian Special Tasks Group. He's brilliant and dangerous. Just don't get him talking. He never shuts up. If you really need to find him, take a shuttle to the quarantine zone. No guarantee they'll let you in, of course.
All right, cool.
Thanks for the information.
Yes. Just try not to bring the plague back with you.
No promises. No promises. Where's the mission? The Price of Revenge. There you go. That's his name. That's his mission. Sorry. All right. Mito. So let's go find Mordin. But first, we're gonna meet some NPCs. Some wholesome NPCs.
It's good to be home, huh, Commander?